Hello. How you doing? Hope everyone is doing good. Hope everyone is doing well. Scarf, you got out all the good emotes, right? So there you go. You got in the official loading screen category like 6 minutes of loading screen, 8 minutes of loading screen. You got it. And now it's time to change to a different game. Do you know what? We're gonna change to the Stanley Parable. Put that in the back a little bit and see what it has. I've never read through all that stuff that might be happen in there. I put all the good vibe / dance and party emotes in the chat. Yes. Okay, please choose the screen and subtitle language. Choose a screen and subtitle language. We're gonna go with English. Just in case we go with subtitles. I don't know if they will be properly visible. But oh well. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Do I say truthfully yes, or do I go with no because it's like the second time? I don't know. It's like a proper time to play it on stream. I haven't played it in a long time. I go with yes, because I have. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. We go with that. Please enter the current time. Oh, AM, PM, 8:11. Confirm! Note, accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. Begin with the game. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Yay! For 585 milliseconds. Can you even hear the game? No, you can't, right?
Happy.
No, you couldn't hear what was going on.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he
No, I clicked! I clicked accidentally. Quit the game and then started again. Oh, we'll come back. I got an achievement for that. I hate Mondays. I want that. Oh, was it? This is as if it's super slippery. Oh yeah, I can't jump in this game. Okay. Phone. What time is it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Damn.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Number 1 dead. Who farted? I want that. I want to say it's a dragon, so I pet it, but I can't pet the dragon. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have a pet redeem. I don't have it yet. I want that, but I don't have it yet. I might get that at some point. Oh wait, I can... I didn't know I can walk by right-clicking. You can play this entire game just with a mouse? Okay. Hey, Lumi! I like work. I just hate my boss. Well... Okay. Ooh, hugs for Lumi! That's old software on there. Be my Valentine. I think I need that cup. That mug there. That one. I think it has... Whoa. Who farted? Where's the meeting room? That's closed.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story in any way.
I hate Mondays. Yes, yes, I think you can pet this dragon. I mean, he nibbles sometimes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do I involve you in you guys in the decision making here, or don't I? Scar, Lumi, Noble, you want to be involved? Stinky Gecko, give me food. Come here and get some. Left. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
No.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker? Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for no... life tips. To do. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market parade. Monetize free-to-play. Is that actually readable? No. Help. I'm posted. Oh, God. What do people want? Things? Happiness? What? Violet James, you're fired. Graphics about things and money. We have our own product. Our new product. Oh, okay. Graphs? Money. More money. Things. But with money to buy more things. Graphs? Graphs about things and money? Yes. What is hot? Target demographic teenagers. Profit. Jesus Christ. No, not imaginary hugs. Oh. Scar hug Chimmerfuchs. Okay. Give me food! I have food here, Chimmerfuchs. You just need to come along. Well, wonderful graphs. Oh, you can open that door.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Snack time! Okay, I have less food now, because I need to snack on food.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Well...
no reason to still be here.
I mean, I'm eating. Don't stress me.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Well, can you do stuff here?
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Food?
Standing around doing
Yes,
nothing?
food.
Why? Please offer
Oh, yeah,
me some
cheers.
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Food.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because
Shuffle?
literally this closet
What?
is of absolutely no significance to the
Food,
story
food, food, food,
whatsoever.
food, 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 food,
I never
food,
would have
food.
thought to mention it.
The broom closet?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe
Wow.
when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh,
Wait, why is...
did you get the broom
Why-
closet ending?
why was I here
The
again?
broom
Ah,
closet
yes,
ending
Stinky
was
Gecko,
my
pay your debt."
favorite."
Oh, it's
I
pink!
hope your friends
It was
find
pink!
this concerning.
I mean, that's something I will pay my debt.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Oh, we're getting to insulting now. Ah, yeah.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
You are
You're
dead.
dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a
Explored
bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello?
Apparently.
Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person
Yeah.
at this computer
Right, Adam?
is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless
It wouldn't
human
be.
physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species.
You mean-
Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure
I
they
don't think
understand
Drop It
basic
will do something here, yet I
first-person
don't
video
have enough
game
points for it.
mechanics
Yeah,
and filling them
I
in
don't
on the
have
history
anything to
of
drop.
narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and
Sorry.
insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
What did he want me to do? I didn't listen to him. Will he say something again if I just keep standing here? How far can I push him? Or will he just be like, he's actually dead? He hasn't anything to drop. IQ is already... Don't insult my brain cell. My one brain cell. Don't think that guy's doing anything anymore. Okay. Well, I guess I have to leave the broom closet.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee
Oh, I'm the second player.
you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Sometimes.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a
Drop a
monkey
devil
nearby who can
plushie?
hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus?
Get out
Look,
and go
you
back
can
in. Yeah,
hammer
that's
out
what
the
I did.
details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay. Will he say something, or do I just go out and go in again? Just because I can? He isn't saying anything anymore. Ah, he isn't done. Dark keys! He isn't saying.
I like big butts and cannot lie, or other brother can't deny if a girl walks in with a itty bitty waist and round things in your face.
What? Okay, I don't think there's anything happening here anymore. Well,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
No.
boss's office.
gotcha, boy! Hey, Gordy! What did he think? Upstairs? Downstairs? I forgot. I didn't look. Upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs. Where? Someone. Where? Okay. Down. It's always down. Down. How you doing, Gordy? How you doing? I know, okay, last brain cell is working overtime trying to send signals. The emphasis is on trying, since there is no one to receive anything. Kinda sad, honestly. Infinite stairs? That's not infinite stairs.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Oh,
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Maybe, yeah.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply
But sometimes
repeating?
he's unlucky.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
You're watching a series now? Okay, see ya,
that had been on the
Guppy.
tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Thanks for the lucky, Scotty.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing
weird, right?
me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course,
talk
this
to
was
you
not
guys?
a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Oh,
Stanley is
maybe.
as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Oh, how?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Oh, that's endless,
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
But that's boring. Everything normal. That will be boring.
Okay.
No. See, I'm still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is
that's
Stanley.
loud.
I have a boss. I have an
Please.
office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay. Okay. And
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, hey, Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Well, not
She
Stanley
arose,
anymore.
got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Okay.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow. That's a story. Just never the end. Just never the end. Oh, we're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yippee,
Perhaps
meeting
he had
room!
simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So we're going on the door on the left? Okay, well, sorry, I already went here.
Yet there was not a single
Tips for
person
not
here either.
getting fired.
Feeling a
Talk
wave
less,
of
do unbelievably
disbelief,
amazing work
Stanley
overtime every
decided to
day.
go up to
with
his
no
boss's office,
expectation
hoping
for
he might
promotion.
find an answer there.
Ooh!
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Okay, I will. What do we have here? We have... Is that a... Oh, that's... Yeah, okay. We have some of this, some of that. What is that roll? Oh, that's yarn or so. No, that's rope or something. We have some duct tape. We have a broom. We have a bunch of stuff here. I would love to know what I forgot the name for it. Okay, he's not saying anything. So, let's go out. Go back in. No, nothing happening. Yellow stuff? That stuff? Yeah, that looks like the 3 filament that I'm sitting next to me. Okay. No, can't trigger him.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs. Do we go downstairs again? Just to spite him? That would be fun, right? Just to spite him. Okay.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss,
Yeah, we had...
admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Yeah, we had
He might be
that.
fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had
Hey,
vanished.
Makuta!
His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
Oh, wait, we're back
Maybe,
in the garage?
he thought to himself,
Doggies!
maybe I am crazy.
Oh, we
All of
had
my
that. Yeah, we
coworkers
had that
blinking
yapping.
mysteriously out of existence in a single moment
Doggies.
for no reason at all. None of
Why
it
am I
made
running
any
in a
logical
circle?
sense. And as Stanley
I don't know.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why
Thanks
couldn't he see
for
his
Makuta.
feet when he looked down? Why
How you
did
doing?
doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter,
How are you
these
doing,
rooms were
Karas
starting to look
Ferret?
pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Hope you're doing
No,
well.
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that it had been on the tip of his tongue.
Yeah, we're
he
dreaming.
just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This
That's on
is
the
all a
traffic sign and the
dream.
raining pipes are still
What
there.
a relief Stanley felt.
Oh,
He
on the
had
ra-
finally
oh.
found an answer.
On the traffic sign and on the rain
His
pipe.
co-workers weren't
Oh,
actually gone.
nice.
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose
Yeah,
I'll
that's
wake
the
up
only
soon.
ones that we left
I'll
there,
have to go
right?
back to my
The one on the
boring
garage was
real-life job
missing.
pushing buttons.
The other
I
ones
may
you
as well
took.
enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Yippee!
It was
Magical
so much
starfield.
fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Oh no.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the
Yeah,
voice
by the way,
was
I can't skip
describing
this.
itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming
Hydrate,
about
okay.
a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Oh god.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Oh, on the sides you
I'm
can
through
still
with this
see
dream. I wish it to be over.
the world a little bit.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
You sure, Stanley? I don't think you're okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, someone tell me I am real.
We not
I
okay.
must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
This was a story about forgot her name
This
already.
is the story
Mariella.
of a woman named Mariella.
Can we skip this?
Mariella woke up on a day like any
Aww.
other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she
Damn.
would soon turn to go call
Poor
for an ambulance,
Stanley.
for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
I
He
wish
was
I could
obviously
skip
crazy.
this.
This much she
Because
knew.
we already heard.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am
Okay.
sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Yippee!
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people
yeah.
whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Oh,
She had no
well.
time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Let's go back. You wanted to go through the right door, right, Scar?
All of his oh, please. Are you
What?
really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
Wait, there's achievement?
No. I can't
Oh, wait,
just
yeah,
give
there
these
was an
merits away
achievement.
for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say
I already
that's
got that.
the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I already got that achievement.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true
So-
effort for a noble cause.
So to the left
Perhaps
again.
50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Nah, we're not doing that. So we're going on the left again to get to the broom closet, right? Right, Scar?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ooh, employee lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully but eager to get back to business,
Okay.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm intrigued. Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Damn.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oops. Oops.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Left or right?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door
We have
on
the
his
broom
left.
closet on the left. The broom closet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I don't think we can go to the broom closet. I don't think it's possible. No, can't. Nope, not possible. I don't think we want to go
Coming to a
down again.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh, fancy. Up there. Ooh, fancy bathroom? Fancy bathroom? Fancy bathroom. I've got the feeling. More is for stealing. But not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. Oh, money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. Story of Devil, how he wants to get into the broom closet. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, extreme bathrooms? What do we have there? I can't read that. I can't read that. Now, okay, money's for stealing. I can't leave anymore. The beige pages. Ah, yeah, no, not the yellow pages, the beige pages. Business time. A hostile takeovers the new biannual percentage. What? Ooh. What is wrong with this guy? No! Ooh, elevator. Company of Devil. I would... What is that? I am the most expensive boss. Okay. Wait. Elevator. Up. Not the Bundy. Is that the narrator in the music? Yeah, it is. The bad thing with this game is there's so many choices that I want to take. I could spend hours here just trying to branch every choice. Because I just did so much stuff. What happens if you don't do something? What happens if you do something? How far does this elevator go? Jesus! Oh my god, this elevator goes... Jeez. I think it doesn't go anywhere. We stood here. Right, no, when you press a button it hasn't moved, right? Yeah. Let's go down and see if it does the same. Do 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 doom doom. Doom doom do do doom doom. Nope, it doesn't go anywhere. Well. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845, okay. He's mining Mont Blanc. Okay, Mont Blanc. No second, sewage lines by
Stanley
Claude
just
Monet.
sat around twiddling his thumbs, Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
No.
2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
What?
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Wait, that lit up, okay. Anything? Anything? No, nothing, okay. Oh, we going down. At least this elevator is doing something. Ah, yeah, okay, it is actually doing something, okay.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Jesus! No, I'm not going back up, even if I could.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that
Mind
read
control.
Mind Control Facility.
Escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
It's an escape.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I like messing with the
At
narrator.
this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
How violent will this death be? Okay.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
What
Trapped
company has
forever in
this
his narrow
stuff?
vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, hi, Masu. Bye.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator,
Oh,
as
eh?
Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
That's not killing me instantly.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Okay. Well. Stanley Parable.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was
Have I
already
beaten
dead
Stanley
from the
Parable?
moment he hit start?
Like, I mean, I know I haven't because there's more stuff. Nature paintings. Office layout. Okay, yeah. I worked there. And that's corridor. Wait, yeah. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Oh. Two doors. A set of two open doors was the first very concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once the room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Filing cabinets, office computers, the office. Oh, I can't open doors. Damn. Button sounds. Okay. Credits. A bunch of credits. Hydrate! Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room, okay. Oh, I haven't been there, I haven't been there. I have not seen so many places here. Where am I even going? Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. Oh, that's neat. Game design mockup. Countdown room. Freedom ending. Monitor room elevator.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
What did I do?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Hmm.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Damn.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't
Nah.
let time...
Nah. We're not clicking quit. We're not. Oh well. Since we can't go to the broom
All of his
closet anymore.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Devil much.
Stanley
Yeah.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Are we
missed
going to the
memo.
left or the right door? Are we going through this door? It's a new content door. I found a new content door. Yeah.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New broom closet? Yeah. I don't know.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may
Jimmy!
know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
I've never played the original one.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yippee!
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable
Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
No broom closet. No broom closet.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we
hello?
be moving somewhere? Or, oh, there we go.
Oh, we're
All right,
moving.
Finally, at long last, it's
We're
on to the
moving.
new
We're
content.
moving.
I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Content? Content!
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can only jump in that circle? Aww. Damn. Yeah, no, I'm not using those up. Maybe I can use them somewhere else.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Elevator!
Goodness. Another elevator.
Can't
Stanley,
jump, by the
I
way.
have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Yes.
If this is new content,
Yes.
then I could just read you the whole dictionary.
Yes.
There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more.
More!
Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it
deep.
is.
Posture check. Okay, I'm shrimping. I'm shrimping. You got me, Pesky. You got me. Okay. I unshrimped. Thank you for enjoying the
That's
new
it?
content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers
You could see the
with no
shrimping, yeah,
respect
it's
for their
like-
fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to
Okay.
make an easy dollar. And don't get me
I
started on the
unshrimped.
level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I
Yep,
intend to
it's
phone
actually
these people
there.
on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
I love this
If
game.
you're
I
still
just
with
love
me,
it.
why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about? No frills,
No gimmicks.
just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Can we go to the new content again? Wait! They did a thing. I'm not in the older one anymore.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
But what if I don't wanna? Back to there.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
I'm a dog. Beep. Oh, new content is locked. The doors didn't shut. Okay. Since the doors don't shut, I can go back there, right? Let's follow the narrator for once. Oh, that door shut, did it? Yes. Okay, I have to go there. Left or right? Left or right? Do we go to the left or the right door?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go to the office again. Ooh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yep. Let's see if something else changed here. No. Same as before. That's his boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. How do we get to... What did we need? What did we do last time to get to the new content?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Let's go there. Yeah, we don't run through the escape this time. I want to see what Mind Control Facility does.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Ooh, that's deep. I don't like deep cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Ooh, fired.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
427. That's Stanley's office. There, right in the middle. Bang middle. 427. And everything's empty. Everything's empty. That's a lot of monitors. Who's paying for the electricity bill here? Huh?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Apparently.
No. He refused to believe
That's
it.
the elevator
He
we saw in the
couldn't
museum.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly
Why is
spent
it saying
his
pirate
entire
on there?
life utterly blind to the world?
There's so much potential for Easter eggs in this game. It's crazy. This is actually crazy. Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
That's a button, number 5. Beep boop bop beep. Beep boop beep pop. Pop beep bop boop. Beep. Power on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh,
In
do
the
I?
event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where
What?
we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that?
Oh,
You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
2 is purple.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
I'm so
All
confused
right,
by
I'm in a
this.
good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them.
I'm so
I turned off the
confused.
machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside,
That's
or
a
I let
4.
it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Doesn't make sense.
But I'm sure
1,
whatever
2.
I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Press a 2.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea
Doesn't-
where
didn't
you're
ha-
going
doesn't-
or what you're
nothing
supposed to be
happened.
doing right now? Or did you just
2 is
assume
purple.
when you saw that timer that something
do I
in
need
this
you to
room
press-
was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
The purple
Running
button.
from button to button, screen to
Incorrect.
screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That
enable
this video
backup
game
power?
can be beaten? One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in
3?
this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But
4?
here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To
1,
see you made
2.
humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's
No.
fine. But I'm
Oh.
going to destroy it first, so you
Wait.
can't.
1.
Take a look at the clock,
2.
Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30
Apply,
seconds
employ
until a big
47.
moment
Damn.
comes. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you
Just
let
look
it
on
go
the countdown,
peacefully?
yeah.
Another choice. Make it count. Or
I don't think I
It's
can
all the
do
same
anything
to me,
anymore.
all a part of the
I mean,
journey.
I can try to turn
And
it off
believe me,
over
I
there.
will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Nope. I think we exploded. Just a thought, though. Yeah. Oops. Oh, we're here again. Can I go through there, too?
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I
Oh, in
want
the
to
vent.
show you something.
What? Coffee nut? Yeah, it did kaboom. Well. Happens. happens.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So
Oh.
I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences
Damn, that's a
like
wall
the
now.
launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Where did I end up now? The memory zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Yeah. It tripped down memory lane. Smile because it happened. $1 United States dollar. Stanley Parable demonstration. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Are those achievements here too? Okay. Interesting.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley?
Yippee!
Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Yeah, an hour of new elevator content? That's intriguing. Memory zone maintenance. No. Down. Down. Ooh. Ooh. Person of the year. The end is never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end, it's never the end. Yeah, okay. Can't guess for there. There's some stuff. Top 10 memories. Remember.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Yeah. Video game memories. Oh, that door opened. The serious room. Oh. Dragonoid! Oh, I think I forgot to do a snack time earlier from Lumi. Let me just get that back.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Oh, maintenance is open. Maintenance is open.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, cold drinks.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Yeah. It's raining. Why is it raining? Probably because of negative reviews. I can't read them. There's so many Steam containers. Someone didn't finish. Oh, that's a positive one. That's a negative
let's see
one.
what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy?
Aw, preachy!
Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Preachy!
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
By Nudelschaf.
This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear.
Damn.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. I don't know. I just love how they be like, yeah.
What's this one got to say?
Ooh,
You
penguin
constantly
cookie.
have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record.
What's coming up?
Only positive
What's coming
reviews
up?
of the Stanley parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay. Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that... Oh, you're back, you see.
Ooh.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary
110.
verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the... Well, there, sport. You really
120.
did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
About 40.
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really true. Oh, Stanley, You're back. You're back. Oh my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Oh,
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
bye.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so
That's gonna
much
be an
time,
interesting
I stopped keeping track
interesting
after a year.
thing
Have
that you
ever
thought
sat
about.
down in one place and not move for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its
Yes,
place
this part.
is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected
Right,
heart.
okay.
It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything
How
I
much
had
does he
ever
have
known.
to say?
It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you
The
and
thing
I
is, someone
squabbled
had
over
to
for
sit
so
there
long.
and just talk
There
that
could
in.
be no one ending, no singular outcome
You know?
of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular
True, they got
and
paid for
infinite.
that. I think
For the
I would
longest
be
time,
talking
this
for
was
8
my
hours straight,
experience.
and
then
if I
this
would get
moment
paid for it.
passed,
Oh wait,
and
sometimes
the
I
most
do.
unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day
Well,
this
let's
state of
skip a
mind
little
will
bit more,
consume
right?
you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now.
Fair enough. Oh, the time stopped. He's not here. Plant is dead. This is still sitting here. Where's the light coming from, by the way? Because the door is missing. I think the battery of the smoke alarm is gone.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he went
Yeah. Did I hear water dripping? Is there anything happened? There is water dripping. But just a sound. And what's that sound? That's as if something is moving, but what?
The end is never the end, is never the
been
end, is never
as
the
long
end, is never the
con-
end, is never the end, is never
concrete
the end,
breaks
is
prob.
never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
is never the end, is never the end, is never the
I think he got mad. Oh, that's the sound. It's that button coming back out. Oh. I think the facility is breaking. I think I found a glitch in rendering. Oh well. Ooh, outside. They're there. And I think the ladder fell over last time. Well. How far did we skip? Ooh, greenery. Well. What happened? The narrator? I don't know. Is he dead? What was that sound? What was that sound? Nothing up there. Oh, that's bright. We have sand. Ugh. We can't walk up there. This is bright. Why is it so bright? Can we press that button again? No, it fell over, right? Yeah. Tatooine? Yeah, apparently. I can't press the skip button anymore. Oh, it just ends. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Oh, we're back.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
New con... That's intriguing.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. We had the jump circle last time. What is it this time? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? He's alive again.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
427. The end is never the end again.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why there are so many possibilities? It could go in so many different directions.
Welcome,
This
Investor
is
Showcase.
what fans have truly been asking for.
2, 2, 3, 2, 2, duo. 2, du, dos, 2. Okay. Taste the sequel. I want a vending machine like that.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe?
No, I can't
What
go
does
there.
it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future
Then
oriented.
get one.
It
You think I'm
screams
made out of
progress
money?
and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
They're back. 2 doors. The Stanley Parable 2. Two brain halves. 2 planter prods.
Now, to be clear, I haven't
See,
quite
I'm not all
nailed
made
down
out
what
of money.
exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Break. Pitch.
I
design.
figure that if I can loosely organize
2,
a
chat.
handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development
You
is
took the
much
red mark
more
off
of
me.
a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
That's so many 2s. This way to the showcase. New features. New content. 2. No, I can't go through that door apparently. Why is still no one here? The Stanley Parable
Here we
2.
are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
It's 8.8k down. Yeah, no, I'm not made of money. The button that is saying the name of the player that is playing the game. What
For
will
the
it
Stanley
say?
Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first
To
and
make
most
this
obvious
month
answer
just
is that they
right.
want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that
Oh.
in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just
Okay,
play along.
I'm
I
apparently
promise you'll
Jim
love
now.
it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I
I
am
want
Jim.
you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping
I
and waking as
am
Jim,
Jim.
falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel
Hi,
it
Jim.
deeply? Are you...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this
Thanks
button.
a lot, Lucky Slimy.
Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
Okay.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
Imagine yourself driving
am
to
Jim.
work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing
I
a crippling
am Jim.
substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim.
Do you
Do you feel
that
it in your
turned
soul? Are you really, truly
places.
Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button describes you.
Jim.
Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes
Yeah.
a person can be too
Too
much
much.
Jim.
Oh, I can be too much,
I'm putting
Jim.
the Jim button away.
Jim.
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim. Jim.
No Jim button anymore. I'm not Jim anymore. No. Yeah, yours today. God damn it. Yeah, the doors are open again. Those boxes are freaking expensive. Those things are also freaking expensive.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Please, no screenshots. I could take a screenshot. It wasn't impossible. Red is the new orange. A whole new office. I was kinda expecting it to be like, if I take a Steam screenshot, it would just see it. Nope. It doesn't realize. Well. Yeah, those vending machines are expensive. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Jump circle. Ooh, jump circle. Infinity hole. Free. New and easy achievement. It just works. Ooh. What is there? Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more step. It just works. Get yours right now.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Well, I guess it's not working. Damn. Too bad. Too bad. Yep, I got an unfinished game. It's just, they are playing on so many cliches. It's just great.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Jump Circle. Jump Circle Part 2. Oh!
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Damn. Well, I jumped 10 times. Maybe I can use it some other time again. No screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Yeah, Get Well Someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Bruh.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made
They
my decision. We're moving on.
Change the pictures. Damn. Ooh, reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley
We got
Parable
E8.
was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, every time you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
The bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
I want to get rid
And
of the
in fact,
bucket.
Can I say
Okay.
that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I can't let go of the bucket anymore.
Does anyone
Damn.
give out awards for
Merch.
most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an
I am
award if
interested.
it isn't already.
Where is that bucket? Where's that QR code going? You know what? I will scan it. When do the battle pass and skin shops come? That's actually StanleyParable2.com. Damn. Oh, can't go there. What else did we not? Oh, there was something about a secret, a never-ending hole or something. Infinite hole, office decorations. No Rickroll? No, I was expecting a Rickroll, to be honest.
Come now, you've already made your choice. It's
Aw.
true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on
come
from our
on.
mistakes.
Oh, what's here? That the hole? Ooh. It just keeps going.
Stanley,
I can't
here's
get
an idea
rid
that
of the
I'm truly
bucket.
fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Why is that ceiling coming down? Okay, we're falling.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One
Falling,
of my more
falling,
ingenious
falling,
concoctions, if I do
falling,
say so.
falling, falling.
Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and
What
we
is the
can
teleport
continue
button? Oh,
onward.
G is the teleport button.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do
Oh,
recommend
he's
you
keeping
use the
talking. I'm not
teleport
pressing
button
it
to go
until he
back to the
stops.
top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it
Yeah.
infinite?
Yeah.
Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of
someone
the
lost
hole.
their mug.
You found me out, Stanley. I'm
New
a
mug.
liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
Meeting
Look,
at
I
2
think the issue
p.m.
here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the
Every
problem.
pause button is a Roman numeral too.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
Oh,
Why
I
don't
said
we
things?
just put all this
I said things
behind
that I
us and
didn't
agree
mean?
to just
I
call the
can't
hole
remember.
Mostly infinite. If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Ah, okay. Is he actually waiting up there? Or will he just come back and tell me that I should really, really move, teleport to the top? I don't know. Okay.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of... Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is
Yeah,
that
the
you
problem's
like
always
holes
me.
too much. Not normal, A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Yeah, he probably made it smaller. Sorry, I need to...
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
No, I didn't have
I really
enough.
do have... Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
Less and
I suspect
less
that I'm starting
infinite.
to hit the point where it's no longer
Again?
feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
No, wait, don't? What? Don't what? Hmm? Can you say it in? Probably. I want to know what Scar said meant with don't. Don't what? Scar? What you mean with don't? I meant... Oh, hydrate. Hydrate. Sky, I'm confused. Gonna jump in that hole. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't recommend to jump in again. Why not? I want to jump in again. You know?
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well,
Down.
I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
No, it's not
Still
working.
nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to
Snack
fix
time.
this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Who's leaving? Damn. Oh. He's actually leaving. He is actually he actually left. What's happening? What is happening? Oh, the hole is getting deeper. It's moving down again. Our hole now. Yes. It's music. Damn. Ooh. Damn, epic. Okay. Perception. It's getting more and more crazy here. What the fuck? We have press H to change reality. Puppies! Change yourself? I am. I'm not changing reality anymore. I'm going with error. Where's error?
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It
Oh.
seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment.
Oh,
So
no.
how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have
Oh.
many, many years here
Oh
in
god,
this
many, many
hole,
years.
and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Are we dozing off again? That's a save. Oh, okay, okay.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
What's the infinite hole? Where was the infinite hole? New achievement. Exit. Merge. Infinity hole. Damn. Can't make it. No puppies. Yeah. Let's see for infinity hole. Mostly infinite hole. Okay. Can we jump in again? Is it set back? Don't think it's returned to its original state. Science. Infinity. More hole. Depth space. Ooh. Educational use only. Oh no. They locked off that infinite. Oh no. No infinite hole anymore. Rude, yeah. A new achievement is probably still broken. I bet it's still broken. Damn. Not even with the bucket. Can't even do it with the bucket. Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
1 out of 6. Damn. Is there an achievement for them? Oh god, I just saw achievements for this game. Super go outside. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. I just see achievements here and I'm like, what the fuck? There's an achievement commitment to play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Ooh, exit. Let's exit this. Because I think we saw everything. Where
All
are
right.
we going?
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
So the game is just a big meme. Yeah, apparently. I mean, did we expect anything else? No screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you.
Yo, you
the
would do a
Stanley
$60
Parable
pre-order.
2.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, there's
Three.
potential here, right? It's sort of.
At least
Okay,
three
never mind.
3 collectibles.
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video
1,
game at all. It's a lot of gags.
2.
And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
wanted more than anything to create a sequel
From the whole
that would
DLC?
capture all the magic of the
yeah.
first game. I
Let's
wanted
get the
fans
whole
to love
DLC.
it. No matter how
That
good these
sounds
gags
wrong.
are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With
Oh.
respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up.
No.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
The Stanley Parable 2. Damn. Fancy title screen. And it's an actual title screen. Does this go anywhere? Do we see the broom closet? That would be fun. Because it's moving, I mean, I'm expecting to have something to happen here. Huh? I think it's just an infinite loop here. Begin. At the normal settings here, yeah. Let's begin.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, we have a skip.
Stanley worked for a company
And
in
we
a
have
big
balloons.
building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to...
Let's see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
Yes.
No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Oh.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I already have that achievement, but I do want to hear what he says again.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
Oh,
I
some
want to
hustle.
see commitment. A
Come
willingness
on.
to go all
Yes.
the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Where's 417? $420. Ooh, even there's balloons. There. No balloons there.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it? Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Wait, 43. 27. 29. 37.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415? Where's 415? What, do you think he's messing with? Nah, he would never, would he?
Now, back to door number 437.
Okay, back to number 437.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
What's a copy machine?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
He's getting way too excited. Way too excited. Come on, let's do that again!
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430.
4, 5.
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
He's way too excited
You really
about
earned it,
that.
Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Yeah. The Stanley Parable! Yes, Axo, yes. Yes. Ah, lovely. Okay, where were we going? Exo, I hope you had a wonderful night. Good morning, my dude.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, people. What? Okay, Exo, Scar, where are we going? Left or right? Right? Phoenix says right? Okay, we're going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
I mean, we have
Yes,
already admired
this
it.
room.
About
What a beautiful room.
1.5
What a
hours ago.
gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. Yes. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, we went there and died last time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's not die this time. Ooh, can we open that door? No, we can't. Collectible.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Yippee! Oh yeah. Have you clipped out the map? No. That's the only way I can go down, because I'm pretty sure if I go down there, I will just die. Oh, that is also maybe just dying. Wait.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the
Well, I think the office is broken.
The office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do.
Oh, do I?
Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all
Oh,
your
poor
fault.
narrator. Poor narrator. Okay. Loading. Okay, Axel, what do I do? I've reset, apparently. What do I do, Axo? Hmm? Can I? Oh no. I hate Mondays. Well, don't we all? Don't we all? Alright, in the first room, when you leave, there is a desk. Yeah, you can shimmy yourself onto the top back window.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No
Wait,
matter how
where?
hard Stanley looked, he
In
couldn't
the
find a
first room,
trace
when
of his
you leave,
co-workers.
there is a desk you can shimmy yourself onto at the top, at the one of the back windows. This room? Or the next room? Figurine Finders Committee. Meeting today in the meeting room. Oh, you mean... Yeah, well, yeah, I can get on this table here. The first room? Oh, that's a bucket. I'm not picking up that bucket. I don't want to have that in my vision. So here. Oh, yeah? Oh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Okay.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up
Delay
the
of
issue
2
in the first
minutes?
place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration?
Oh,
And
God.
this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Well. Okay. Apparently I can't do anything here. Do I just begin the game? No. Quit to the menu? What do I do here? Is there anything I can do? Huh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, left or right?
Maybe Stanley would never pick up the bucket. A lonely bucket, lonely and miserable and Stanley-less. Such a sad fate for a bucket.
Axel wanted left
When
last time.
Stanley
Okay.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah. Okay. We're going on the left. How can we find them? Bottom text. Ooh. Maybe we are the collectibles. To whom it may concern, I managed to pick up sounds unusual to our regular office ambience or local audio sources using an array of what? Follow clues provided by employee 416. We can do it. Red room? Thank you. Good luck. There will be a reward for finding them all. Oh, okay. Help, I'm posted. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. Are there... What? I think I'm gonna get off now. Getting tired. You have an amazing rest of stream and a good night. I will try to. Thank you. Have a good one. Stairs. Something to do with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. Nearby a fireplace. That's... So number 5 is the boss's office. Number 3 is probably under the stairs. Number 4 is somewhere both red and blue. What was red and blue? Don't remember red and blue. Maybe in the garage. A private but smelly place for an important person. That's the boss's. Yeah. Okay. No.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Haha.
Another miniature Stanley
Yippee!
figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanley. Okay. Red and blue. I mean, this is blue.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He
Okay.
might be fired for that. And in such a competitive
no.
economy,
Do we need
why
to
had he
go
taken
through all
that
this
risk?
again?
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
I am not going to do that again. Begin the game. Please tell me I'm back in the... Yes. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley, pick up the bucket.
No. No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yep, did that. Oh, okay. This is that saves. Somewhere red and blue. Nearby a fireplace and a private but smelly room. Okay, boss's office. We need to go to the boss's office.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yippee!
Lately, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Okay. Nearby a fireplace. Oh. Oh, that's closed. Alright, I'm going to need to head out. Have a great rest of Sims. Thank you, Exo. Have a wonderful work day.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Aww,
That
poor
kind of
narrator.
anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
New Age music.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. But this is a fireplace, so where? I mean, somewhere near a fireplace, but... Ah, okay.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten
5
all
out of
the
6.
Figler Anlarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anlarines. None of us
Figler
can.
and Lorraines. Well. Somewhere red and blue. Where is somewhere red and blue?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Well, I guess we will just go here.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
It's nothing
horrible
red and blue
secret did
here.
this place hold? Stanley thought
I
to
guess we
himself.
need to go through
Did
the
he
right
have the
door
strength
again, right?
to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the
Yeah.
number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
something red
reduced
and
to
blue.
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them,
Up there.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What's that there? Bought from the top. 236. Wherever that might be.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had
Yeah,
Stanley really
236
been under
is-
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even
Unthinkable.
possible?
Or
Had he truly
unthinkable?
spent his entire life utterly blind
maybe.
to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh, we will? Okay. Oh, I turned it off. Wasn't the power already off?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Yeah, that's a
Where
good question.
had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Come on.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Were
And
they?
Stanley was happy.
Oh. Stanley was happy. Well, I guess not.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Nope. Can't see anyone following. Ooh. Ooh.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, maybe. That's blue.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. Still not doing that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
Can I
someone
jump
you've
down
been
there?
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yeah.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen
Found
carefully,
it.
this is important. And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment.
Yippee!
This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Yippee! Red door, blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yeah.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Yeah, why would I give
Tell
you
what,
anything?
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Yep.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Yippee!
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
No, I'm not playing that for 4 hours.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your
No.
input was extremely valuable.
We have lost the
Hey,
narrator
since my
again.
game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh. What game are we playing now?
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant
Wait,
to
isn't
play as
that
a creepy man
Firewatch?
spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Was that a Minecraft sound? Next time!
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh,
What?
thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Oh,
We're
okay.
out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
What are we finding now?
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Where are we getting now?
Wonderful.
We're
See,
walking
this is
around in
exactly
Rocket
what I
League.
had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Wait, we're running around in Rocket League.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Damn.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is
Yeah,
this
I'm
fun?
winning.
Is it better than my miserable little... Hold on. What are you doing?
Oops. I have McFallen.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Bye. Work in progress. Oh. I may have McFallen again. What version is this? What? Okay. Wait, if we go... over here, do we have the staircase? No. Because that door is closed. Where did we end up now? Oh, that's light. What? Just one sim. Okay. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? Oh, I'm doing great. I'm just playing Stanley. Oh, apparently it ended.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs
Hydrate? Okay.
someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay. 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 The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is loading. Oh, the balloons are gone.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your
Oh my god, that
entire
hurts
life?
my
Didn't
brain.
it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
No, memory
I'd
zone.
love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
New remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Aww.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on
we
the
find
screen,
them?
but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Seven out of 6. Damn.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the warehouse. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no
First
faith
game
in
was
you to
made in
find
the
any
Source
of
Engine
them,
first,
let
and
alone
this one is
6.
made in
But
Unity.
you
It's such a
continue
big
to
change
surprise
in...
me in all sorts of mundane,
Yeah.
unremarkable ways.
Oh wait, did we... Okay.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
Under the stairs. I remember.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Oh.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Sure. %. We found the one in the pink room. Yeah. No. I think the first one. Yeah, the first one was in the bathroom, and then next to this. So we just misremembered the
This was the
bathroom.
5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was behind the boss's office. I remember it so clearly.
So don't have
In fact,
issues with
because
memory.
this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Oh. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh, Movie Maker. So many memories. Jesus. That's bringing back memories of Movie Maker. Still have one or two videos
Takes you
back
doesn't
then.
it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was
don't have
8
all of
minutes
them,
I wouldn't have spent
but I have a
on
few.
anything else.
Damn. Oh yeah.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind,
Oh.
perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who
Probably.
can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them.
They're all collected.
It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Okay. Just out of spite, I'm still going through the blue one.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Oh, goodbye, Memory Zone. Okay. Oh God.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there somewhere
Hey,
we can stay
Watered!
here, keep enjoying
How you
these
doing?
figurines?
How you
Let's
doing,
just
Watered?
go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Oh. Memory Zone again.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we
I'm
looked at
doing
in our
great.
initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
That one with the Movie Maker.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched? Yes, I love that video.
And the one in the pink room.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Ah, well, not too bad. And the one under the stairs.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one. This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
And now that one.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Oh God. What happens if I go there again? And go to the bathroom? I do want to know what came before this. Like, what happens? Oh, I can't go back there. Well, I will not jump into my death. Even though it's tempting. It's tempting. It's very tempting. But okay. We're gonna see what came before this. Oh. Collect them all. Okay, I can't go back there. Well. Collectibles. Oh, the jump circle.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one. And before everything else, there was your office.
Yeah, true.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Who? Oh.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely?
Oh,
yes,
no.
Perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, the balloons are back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. Let's follow what he says, what he tells us to do.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips of not getting
Feeling
fired.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No, I want the broom closet. Up to his boss's
Coming
office.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I did fully expect to need to press those buttons again, but apparently I don't. Well,
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
oh, we did that part.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom, 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 freedom.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Maybe.
No. He refused to believe it.
He couldn't accept
it.
that.
His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. Yeah. How do I dismantle? Yes or no? Let's go with off again. Okay, yeah, it just shuts off. Okay. Can we just walk outside again?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Okay.
Was it over? Yes. He had won.
Okay, it's the same
He had
end.
defeated the machine.
Wasn't sure about
Unshackled
it, but
himself
okay,
from
yeah, it
someone
is.
else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Yeah, there's still a
Where
few.
had his co-workers gone? How
But
had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building
that will
hold?
roughly be it for
But
me.
as sunlight streamed
today,
into the chamber, he realized
I'm getting
none of this
tired.
mattered to him.
I need to
For it
work
was
tomorrow,
not knowledge
so
or
yeah,
even
double
power
reason
that he
to
had been
not
seeking,
keep going for too long
but
anymore.
happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Yeah, I'm
Whatever
sorry,
life
Q,
is,
but it's
it will
11
be
p.m. for
his.
me, and
That was all he needed to know.
I need to work
It
tomorrow.
was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yeah, let's step through the open door.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin. The feeling
Listen to
of
this
liberation,
one last time for
the
today.
immense possibility of the new path before him.
Next
This
time!
was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Happy Stanley. Hmm. 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 But as I said, since I need to work tomorrow, I need to look for an end. The end is now, and I will send you guys on. to the great guy. You know what? Wait, before we do that, let's go there. Let's go there. And let's do that. Just because we will finish that. We will finish with that amazing song. Yeah, we're doing it as another hydrate. And I will send you on to Evan, Evangelist. Because why not? You know? So you all have a wonderful, wonderful good night, day, or anything. And I will see you on Saturday. Next stream will be on Saturday. It will be my affiliate anniversary. 1 year affiliate. And I will do a long stream. So, see you all there. Bye bye, people.